Well, great balls of fire, Bubba. What happened, Buford? That crazy son of a Sal blew right through that four-way stop on Main Street and plowed into my cowboy Cadillac.
Your what?
My pickup truck. And I'm pretty sure my leg is broken, Ted.
Oh, quit your bitching, Buford, and talk with those side busters at the Advocates Law Firm. When I got busted up last month, well, shoot, they made sure those snakes at the insurance company played fair.
Boy, howdy. Even that creepy so-and-so Kyle earned his keep.
So if you get injured, the advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
On. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Some common food arguments among couples coming up with the head chef and Ted's Meat and Potatoes. First time for a few emails from the Men's Room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
As we jump right into the birthdays, guys, gentlemen, wondering if you could get a birthday shout out for my 7-year-old son, Cooper. Can you get you guys to talk in some Disney voices? That from Stephen in Tacoma.
Well, guys, you're probably super impressed that you're 7 years old. Well, when Goofy was 7, he was also 49. I'm real old now. Learn the multiplication.
Ah, 7th birthday. It's so great. That means you get 7 pieces of pizza tonight.
That might cause the kid to throw up.
Yeah, I'm a mouse. You never know unless you try, Miles.
Okay. Marcello, thanks for all you guys do. My birthday is today, and another year of only me sending in a birthday shout-out. How about some Thrill Shotgun Gets with a Wendy Williams whistle? Hope it makes Mike laugh. Wendy Williams instead of the actual shotgun blast. So you're going to cock the gun, and then Wendy's going to fire the shot. Hope it makes Mike laugh. Thanks, guys. That from Ray Barney. Yes, 2 first names.
Get.
Guys, Cheryl in Edmonds here. Shout out to my son, Josh. Here is to 28 years around the burning ball of fire. Listen every day. How about a big old bong rip and a what the F is that, bro? Sorry I didn't email sooner. Got someone to help my spouse install a bathroom door.
Oh my God, what the is that, bro?
Guys, want to do a birthday shout out to my husband, John. We would love to hear some turtle wax, so your penis is too small. And then the dirty Germans discussing what I'm going to do to his sausage. Thanks, guys. That from Joe Lynn, the lunch lady.
Yeah, I think you should be careful tonight. It sounds to me like she's going to take your too small sausage, put it in the frying pan, and burns the outside and puts it in the oven.
Yeah, I feel like either way she's prepared for the sausage meal.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the head nut, the apron, the gloves.
Is it the spicy sausage?
Yeah, lunchroom porn. You guys never watched that one?
I don't think I could have sex with somebody in a hairnet.
I could.
Rollers, yes.
Really?
Hairnet, no.
I take hairnet of rollers.
It's all weird and bunny in the back.
I know.
It's like it's...
I think my problem is the people I picture in hairnets are not people I ever want to have sex with.
Right.
Oh, I'm
the people I want to have sex with, I never picture in a hairnet.
I'm picturing somebody like wicked hot working at fast food.
In her hairnet?
Yeah, and it's like, just drop the nuggets. We got 6 minutes. Like, meet me in the bathroom.
Should let you drop your nuggets on me?
Mm-hmm. You ready for this special sauce?
Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm listening to you guys every day. My awesome husband, Steve, is 42 today. Please give him an owl hitting the window, sucking up cupcake, and a good old-fashioned barbershop fish sandwich. Thanks for making us laugh. That from Molly in West Seattle.
So, suck it up, cupcake!
Can I get a fish sandwich? Oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? You put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
Guys, can I get a birthday shout out to my amazing husband, Sean? He is 45 years young today. How about a fish sandwich, a Leroy Jenkins, and some dirty Germans? Thanks, guys. That from Janae.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side. I smell the fish sandwich, maybe some dill relish in the morning, at noon, and at night, and at night.
Let's do this. Leroy Dragons!
Yeah, tonight we're going to play a little game that was inspired by the actor Tony Danza. You remember the show Who's the Boss? Tonight we're going to play Who's the Kielbasa.
Yeah, I think they're just going to go home play with the Janene.
Janene?
Yeah.
Yes, keep saying that name there.
That's Jenne.
Janene.
That's Jenne.
Can I get some Janene?
Come on. Throw me some. It's my birthday.
That's the director's
Come on, Janene.
That's the one from Forrest Hump.
Janene.
Janene.
I love you, Janene.
I want to be with it forever.
Oh, bitches, it's my
Died of AIDS.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
Right.
Remember this.
Jesus.
Poor Janene.
Bitches, it's my mom's 47th. Can we get a big old bong rip? And Coach Ted talking about Pete Carroll. Thanks, guys. That's from Josh.
All right, it's kind of a strange one. Happy birthday to your mom, by the way. I haven't seen her in a while. Pete Carroll. I guess the main thing I'd say to Coach Carroll is we can all have systems. Situational football we enjoy. Maybe a philosophy. But without those players, sometimes you got to adjust that, Coach. That's all I'm thinking. And I don't know. If the guy's cooking, let him cook. I'll stop there.
Yeah. Bitches, just want to give a shout out to my father, Tony. He is 53 years old today. Happy birthday, old man. Can you get your penis is too small? And the dirty German's telling him what to expect as a new single man. Rock on, fellas. That from your son.
Oh, hey, look at the little penis. Yeah, what you can expect as a single man is probably to still not get laid, but at least you can watch porn openly.
Yeah, I must say so. You know, I feel like this Tony's in a target-rich environment. So I see a lot of the people getting divorced around the late 40s. He's 53. Get in there. One of them wants to try something they haven't done in years with her husband.
Yeah, see Tony Baloney Express.
Yeah.
And all the bitches, so happy to send in my own birthday shout-out. Thanks to my son Miles telling me about your amazing and entertaining show several years ago. I get to have you riding with me each day as I transport our soldiers at JBLM. I couldn't do it without you guys. So for my 59th year, can I have some throw gets and those dirty Germans letting me have it? Love you guys. That from Berna. Get.
Yeah, happy birthday. We will try the 59 position. I don't know what it is, but one of us will be hunched over. And also with a name like Berna, you sound quite frisky. And also something you'll be screaming later when it goes in your eye and you go, oh, it burns.
Barnes. Yeah. It's a different name. It seems to me she's driving the buses. It's about to back into that one.
Yeah, I'll show you my little soldier. You can transport him.
Yeah, he'll even wear a top hat for you. Yeah, sounds more like we're getting in the Humvee.
Yeah, he lets you climb through the emergency exit.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefly.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef of the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Everybody's excited today. Yeah, they are. You know why? This whole audience, not here, but they're sniffing up. No, they're fired up. You guys can eat whatever you want. Have that extra beer. Live free! Or for the single ladies, have a little wine. All right, so what I have... Yeah.
That's actually only one person clapping. They just have a lot of hands. They've been freaking me out all day.
So got a list here about the top 7 food-related arguments that couples have.
Okay.
All right, now, obviously, number 1, you could probably guess what it is. Where we're going to go to eat.
Of course.
Right. But the other ones also on here are pretty legit. You know what I mean? Like, and some of them probably aren't massive arguments, but you're going to get into
still a disagreement, right?
Well, yeah. And cooking's one of those things, right? Like everybody in here likes to cook, and you could watch a famous chef, this and that. There's certain recipes that are done certain ways, but also almost everybody I know that cooks has like how they like it.
Right, their way of doing it.
Their way of doing it, whether it's just how you chop up your veggies or this or that, or when you add this, when you add that. So let's see. Another one is, my partner doesn't cook as often as I like them to.
Okay. That means your partner's a good cook.
Or it just means they're lazy.
Well, yeah. That's a different thing, but
there's also efficiency involved. You know what I'm saying?
True, yeah.
A timeliness. You know what I mean? I don't want to eat at like 9:45 tonight if I don't have to.
I think sometimes it depends on what they cook, too.
Yeah.
You know, well, sometimes people just have a routine of about 3 meals.
Right.
You're like, we could try something different.
Right.
Or you just
go out.
Yeah, right. But yeah, obviously, you can cook together, whatever. I think a lot of this stuff, the couples arguments are going to take, if you got a whole family in there, that's a little different because, two adults, Miles and I can argue all day, but at the end of the day, if we don't eat till 10 o'clock at night, that's just because we just didn't.
God forbid we had to feed kids.
Right, but if there's a kid...
totally changes it.
Right, if there's a kid sitting there, it's like, oh man, this thing needs to eat or it's going to die.
This thing right here.
That's what I often say while pointing at it.
This is my thing.
Just pointing at the kid like, this thing needs to eat.
This is my thing, Pete, right here.
It's friendly.
It will bite.
Here's a good argument. One of us followed the recipe incorrectly. Right, so if you're making something together and it's like, you're just like, honey, you screwed that up.
Right, that's you.
Yeah. See, that's how you get into the argument, right? Because that just slipped out of my mouth so easy.
You screwed that up. Yeah, what'd you do to this?
Right? Jesus, do I look like a horse?
What did you do to this time?
It seems like a salt lick you put in here.
God
gracious.
Is that supposed to hurt when I chew it?
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay.
No, I like it tough.
I'm going to get some steak sauce. Do you like steak sauce? I like steak sauce.
Lots and lots of steak sauce.
Here's another one. People argue about what to cook for dinner. Which I feel like where are we going for dinner is the classic argument. Everybody goes through it. I don't care who you are. It just happens. Now, what to cook for dinner, I feel like that's
There's the person who's cooking.
Right, and there's certain things I don't like, right? Like, I don't like eating mushrooms, right? But if I go to somebody's home and they're cooking something that has some mushrooms, like, you got to pick them out. I have to, I'm saying.
I thought you were going to say, you got to eat them.
No, I'm with Ted. I'm a picker-outer.
I'll pick them out, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, Miles, you can't make it with mushrooms. So I don't like mushrooms.
Lean over and say, you don't like mushrooms, Ted? You should have let me know. I could have made you something different.
It's awfully awkward now.
Yeah, this is just, the risotto didn't take any time. It only took me like 2 minutes just to throw this together.
I had a friend make some stuff with some mushrooms. It might have been late at night. I might have had a few cocktails in me. And my other buddy came in and caught me feeding it to a dog.
Oh, no. Damn, man.
I don't like mushrooms.
He won't complain. He'll feed it to your pet.
To the dog?
God.
It was like 2 a.m.
Goddamn grown adult, man.
Well, an argument can be made how much of an adult I was at 2 a.m. this particular night. But yeah, it's like, oh, thanks. A dog loves me, though. This is the one I brought up earlier today. Again, we're talking about the top food arguments or food-related arguments that couples get into. What groceries to buy.
Yeah, it happens on occasion.
My thing with that is it's just that when you continually buy the same things that we already have, you know what I'm saying? So, like, now I've got, 3 mayonnaises, you know what I mean? We just got this. And
right, take inventory of what you've got.
So, we did not need another can of beans. We have, 10 of them in here, you know?
Yeah.
Now we have 12 cans of tuna. You know what I mean? You don't have to buy it every time.
feel like I run out of ketchup and mayonnaise, right?
Sure.
You gotta use them till they're done. But like hot sauce, like mustard.
That doesn't really go. Well, mustard goes bad a little bit quicker, but
I'm saying hot sauce and mustard, like those are like they're always stocked and ready to go.
I got a ton of different ones of each.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. We always end up buying more hot sauce, and I'm like, oh my God, it's too hot to eat, but I got it.
Well, there's some condiments too, that you buy, and it's like you rarely use them. Like I love Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, right?
Right.
But
how often do you use it?
Right. You know what I mean? Like I guess, I don't know. I'm not 12. Like I don't dip a lot of stuff in barbecue sauce.
I just made pulled pork with it.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
How often do you make pulled pork?
Twice a year.
Right. Exactly.
Maybe.
All right. Here, this one I get. What should the grocery budget be?
If you're involved, I mean, look, this is so alien to me, that part of it. I just don't do the grocery shopping. I don't have the inability. My wife knows what she wants to grab, knows where all the crap is. I never asked how much it was. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, my big thing with the grocery store, and I have to stop myself from doing it, but it's just like buy something you're actually going to cook.
Oh, yeah.
And do whatever.
Right.
Like, I know some people, it's their pantries are just full of all this stuff
that they haven't eaten.
And I'm like, when are you ever going to cook this stuff?
Realistically, I think you're right. It's just like, okay, you got a 5-day work week. Maybe plan out and buy stuff for 3 dinners.
Yeah.
Assume that you can make 3 dinners. And then give yourself some flexibility if you want to pick something up or go out or change the plan or make some. But you've got 3 solid things and just buy the ingredients you need for those dinners. Somebody likes yogurt in the morning, buy what people's staples are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's unreasonable to get what you need to eat.
I think some people too, man, they just get off, like they go to the grocery store and they have like grand ideas and they're like, oh, you know what? That looks good. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make this. And it's like, are you? Just don't forget, you're going to work every day. Like you have your normal stuff you have to do.
Are you going to make it tonight? Mm-hmm. You're excited to make it tonight, go ahead and buy it.
Just don't go stoned. Or hungry.
Or both.
Yeah. Always try to make it a point to go get breakfast and then go to the grocery store.
Yeah, if you're hungry, everything looks good.
Exactly. You just start buying everything. All the frozen food stuff.
I know. I said to Texas somebody a couple weeks ago, I was like, I am starving and I had just smoked. It was like a weekend. I was like, and I'm stoned, living dangerously at the grocery store.
Oh. Well, I'll walk by everything. You said Texas. Texas toast. Haven't had that in a while. I should buy that.
Yeah. And you got to be careful. If you're getting an air fryer, it's even worse.
Ooh. You're about to go. But for the first 2 weeks, you'll happily go down the rabbit hole now.
All right.
Yeah. You will eat every single thing you buy.
It's just right. It's just having the air fryer just opens up options I never thought I had.
That's it.
For instance, at the grocery store, I was like, ooh, like crispy green beans? Yeah, I can buy those now. They're frozen. The last one on the list was who should cook dinner? That's only 10%. Because I feel like, usually one person's relationship likes to cook more than the other.
Sure.
And then some people really like to cook. Like, I went out with a girl, she loved to cook. So I'd be like, can I make this or that? Like, yeah.
I think it's based on your skill level of what you do better, too.
Right.
If somebody makes lasagna, let them make the lasagna. You know what I mean? If you make better chili, you make the chili.
Well, I think there's certain times, too.
You don't like my chili?
Yeah, and there's certain dishes, right? Like, I don't know, whether it's the grill or this or that. Like, maybe one person makes a lot of meals during the week, and then on the weekend, it's like, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
God, it doesn't have to be so aggressive. And I like this one. 43% of people said they dumped someone because they were a bad cook.
Damn.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Wow.
Okay. There you had, Jeff. We appreciate it. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Oh, drat. I was driving along minding my own business when that vulgar leech hit my Beamer with his pickup truck. I fear I've fractured my clavicle.
I say, old boy, don't simply put it in the hands of your insurance company to sort it out. Talk with the dedicated road solicitors at the Advocates Law Firm.
Pipe down, you old sod. The Advocates will see your case through to the bitter end and won't sleep a fortnight until they have victory in their grasp.
Jolly good, old man. Jolly good indeed.
You get injured, the Advocates get results. AdvocatesLaw.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, so coming up in just a couple of minutes here, we'll drink and we'll toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 10:50. But first, a quick check-in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
10:50, Miles?
Oh, 5:50.
10 to 6, 5:50, whichever you want to do.
Trying to think out loud.
Someone bought an old wicker chair at a thrift store for $7 and it later sold at auction for $21,000. Damn.
Hell of a deal.
That is a hell of a deal. Yeah. I've heard that you can find a whole lot of stuff at thrift stores. I've seen a couple videos on TikTok of people going to like Marshall's or Goodwill or something like that and just finding stupid prices on things that people are just, they don't want anymore, so they donate them.
We had a wicker chair when I was growing up. It was a massive deal.
No kidding.
Oh, yes. It was like, I can't remember if it was like my mom's chair or something.
Was it painted white?
It was.
Yeah.
It was a rocket
went
chair.
up like 6 feet tall.
No, this one was shorter and wider.
Gotcha.
It was Smith built.
All right. I like
We're
it.
at Goodwill years ago, man, and this English dude's pushing around his cart, and he has a chair on top of the cart. He's like, hey, do you mind if I ask you something, mate? Like, what's up, man? He's like, all these people keep staring at my cart at the chair, and the chair's like $150 or something like that. He's like, do you know what this is? And I looked at it, I'm like, I do. So it's called an Eames. He's like, what's that? I said, well, it looks like one of the originals. That thing retails for like $4,000. Whoa. I said, buy it. Mm-hmm. Buy it and then sell it.
Well, your piano is probably worth more than, what, 150? What did you pay, $50?
So it was $100 for the piano. Somebody just wanted to get rid of it. So old. We chased the serial number. I think it's from some Chicago company. It was built in 1906. It's so old, only has 2 pedals instead of 3.
All right.
Like, it was designed that way. Mm-hmm. Another one fell off. Sounds awesome, dude. Or maybe it doesn't sound awesome.
It's worth more than $100.
It's worth more than $100 for goddamn sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Police in Kentucky arrested a man for stealing women's underwear and then found his collection of 100 pairs.
Damn. That's quite the collection.
That is quite the drawer there. Goodness gracious.
But it's only from one woman.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Kentucky, that probably takes up like 4 or 5 drawers just because of the amount of fabric.
Oh, God. Was he robbing their houses?
I think so. I don't know.
I'm just saying the average pair. I don't know if you've been to Kentucky, but I mean, they love biscuits.
This one has a gravy stain.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, Jesus, there's not a lot of sexual stuff going on with those underwear. They are functional.
I just put them in a pot, boil them down, make broth.
You make like a stitch quilt with it.
None of the elastic works anymore.
This is an interesting blanket you have. I made it myself. Did you spill coffee on it? No. Nope. Fudge from a sundae? No, don't. Don't eat something.
Oh, okay. There's a woman causing. I got this. Okay. There's a woman causing a stir online after she filmed a guy at a gym while she was doing squats. Oh, he didn't stare at her while she was doing it, but people are giving her grief for having filmed him and posting it online in the first place.
So, was it because she thought he was attractive or because of...
It's kind of becoming a trend to film the people that are behind these women when they're doing squats because the guys will tend to stare, so they're trying to catch them in the act.
Oh, I follow you.
This guy didn't stare at all. He was just doing his workout, but she posted it anyway, and everybody's like, okay, this guy's at the gym just trying to work out.
So he wasn't doing it.
Right. Why
That's
the hell
not the video to post.
Right.
You know, like when you watch the news, look at this image from the, Aurora Avenue Bridge traffic cam. And like, there's nothing. Like, if you're going to post the video, usually something happens.
Something's got to happen over here. Doggone it.
It happened to me yesterday.
No kidding.
We talked about it on the Megacast. Yeah, like, it just happened that I turned and a very attractive woman was squatting over, like, about to, like, pick up the weight. And, of course, as I turn and look, she looks up in the mirror. I'm like,
no.
So I spent the rest of the session just kind of darting my head.
Yeah. Right. She's not around me, is she?
Mm-hmm. I know.
Boy, should have yelled at her. What are you staring at?
Mm-hmm. Trying to work out over here, damn it.
I'm not just a sex object.
Freak.
I'm a person with feelings.
A woman went on a road trip that she diverted through North Carolina because she thought that the Swiss Alps were there.
Well, that's, you know what?
Say that again now.
So she went on this road trip and went through North Carolina because she thought that the Swiss Alps were there. I read a headline.
God damn.
I should have done a little bit
She's smart enough to drive.
Right. There was something that alluded to the idea that the Swiss Alps might be in North Carolina.
No, nothing alludes to that.
Somebody put a video up on TikTok. She fell for it.
There it is.
So they drove like an hour out of their way to this town. They didn't know it was. They thought there was going to be snow.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful landscape. Look at the Swiss Alps, North Carolina. A new study found convince yourself that a delicious cookie actually tastes bad if you think that other people hate it. You live a sad food life.
And I thought that was stupid. My thought is, if I'm eating a cookie, and we're all eating cookie, and all three of you are like, I hate these, I'm like, great, the rest are for me.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that is immediately my
do
angle.
that to your kids. That way you still have your cookies. You know, when you're 7 to 9, you want to eat one.
Ew.
That's what I would do.
Ew, that's ew.
Chocolate chip.
No, fresh baked.
I'd much rather have oatmeal raisin.
Yes.
I actually would.
You eat those.
You'd rather have oatmeal raisin cookies than
over chocolate chip?
Yes. No way.
Yes.
Come on.
No way.
No.
He does this every time. We like oatmeal raisin cookies.
You would do it too.
But you haven't had them out of the oven yet. Hot, fresh, ready, baked.
I would say if I buy a store-bought cookie, it's almost recent, like the last couple of years, it's always oatmeal raisin.
I offer you. I have a chocolate chip. I have oatmeal raisin. Pick one.
I'm grabbing the oatmeal raisin.
I know you will, Mike.
I swear to God, Mike,
really?
The chocolate chip is the one that you should eat hot out of the oven.
Well, if you can.
I don't doubt that.
That is the cookie. I mean,
and I also love a chocolate chip cookie.
Number one.
Oatmeal raisin's the better cookie to me.
All right.
Yeah, there's a brand in Baltimore
those,
that like I don't buy their chocolate chip, and their chocolate chip ones are great, but they're like the small kind of crispy ones.
Yeah.
But their oatmeal raisin is phenomenal.
My God, man. I can't wrap my head around that.
Me neither.
Apparently not. We've been talking about this a little bit earlier today. Little Debbie is turning 7 of their treats into ice cream flavors.
You have no idea the rabbit hole we went down.
Oh my God. I am in, man. That's all. I don't even have to know which ones they're turning over.
Does that mean you don't know?
Correct.
Because I was going to ask.
I don't know which ones they're turning into ice creams, mostly because I don't care. If I see Little Debbie ice cream, I'm freaking in, dude.
I just put that list away. Do you want to know?
Yes. What do you got for me, Ted? Tell me it's got to be the oatmeal cream pies
Oatmeal cream pie's on there.
The Nutty Buddy, I got to assume, is in there.
Nutty Buddy's in there.
Or is it Nutter Butter? My bad.
Nutter Butter. The Cosmic Brownie.
Oh, there
Didn't you say
Strawberry shortcake roll.
Oh, my God. Keep going.
Some others.
Oh, I'm in.
I swear to God, I had that and I just put that back.
Little Debbie was my best friend growing up, man. That's why I ended up so pudgy.
All right. Have you ever had the giant ones?
No.
So for a while, Little Debbie was making like
the
a
double-decker.
Big
Well,
Debbie's?
it wasn't just the double. Well, but the oatmeal cream pie was this big as opposed to like that big.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I remember those, but no, I never had one.
God, man, those things are delicious. That and fudge rounds.
I don't remember the
She
fudge
did
rounds.
good work, man.
Yeah.
That little girl just slaving away, making all these sweet treats.
Except for the cinnamon buns. I feel like the cinnamon buns were just not worth it.
That's a flavor as well. But
is a
those are,
flavor.
as far as cinnamon honey buns go, right? Your honey bun?
Honey bun, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, hers is trash.
They are.
Oh, damn.
Well, I shouldn't say that, but I mean, just compared to like
You're giving her all this love, and you're like, yeah, that's trash.
Well, I love her products, but you know, not everything's great.
Right. She's like that batter that can hit it over the fence on every pitch except for the curve. Just can't manage the curve.
I was thinking of a different kind of batter. Sorry.
My bad. The website Mental Floss compiled a list of the commonly misheard phrases, and I actually have 10 of them here. So what I'm going to do here for you guys is I'm going to give you both phrases. You tell me which one is the original. They don't say the right one, it's the original one. Okay, are you ready?
All right.
At number 10, whet your appetite or whet your appetite with an H.
I think with the H.
I believe H was the original.
I think it's wet.
It is.
Now we're talking about something different.
It is wet with an H, which I don't even know what that means at this point.
It means like wet, like Mrs. Wiggins.
Just satiate, basically, is what it is.
I think so, because, I mean, the only time I've ever seen that word used with the H is specifically before appetite. Or whet your imagination, right? So it's something, like, contextually I get it, but I don't know exactly how to define it.
Gotcha.
Because whet my appetite, W-E-T, to me would be sexual. You know, like, you got my appetite wet.
And a Jim Small.
It's kind of something to get you started.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Number 9, coming down the pike or coming down the pipe.
I mean, that's pike.
Pike.
It is indeed coming down the pike.
Ooh, the pike.
The pike.
Well, because pike was a big term when people were on horses.
Yeah, but if you're coming down the pike, like a pike to me is the thing that like Vladimir the Impaler, put people's heads on and stuff.
Right.
What I'm saying is
coming down the pike,
geographically, what is coming down the pike?
Probably down the mountain, maybe.
Go to the market. I think it's an old highway.
Oh yeah.
Okay. They're like turnpikes.
Yeah, I know.
Some say it's probably a dude on a horse.
There you go. Turnpike.
Coming down.
That makes sense.
Okay, is it a bald-faced lie or a bold-faced lie?
I'm going to guess bold was the original, but bold. I grew up hearing bald.
I'm going to say bald-faced lie, because they don't trust somebody without a beard.
Or a face.
Ted, you're correct. Bald-faced lie. Because you don't trust somebody without a beard.
If you could have seen the smug look on Ted's face, you know.
He knows.
Commonly misheard phrases.
I think all three of us know.
I'm a nonconformist.
Commonly misheard phrases number 7. Is it take for granted or take for granted?
I would assume granted.
Yeah.
Granite.
It is granted. Take for granted. Because you can't exactly take the granite.
It's too heavy.
They're really strong.
Right. Mm-hmm. You're taking it as something that is just granted. It is just... You don't have to do anything for it.
You assume
exactly. It's coming.
You leave a place, you take for granted the fact that they had great blank.
Exactly.
If you're a child, you take for granted they catch up on the ride with your dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
All right. Is it deep-seated or deep-seeded?
I believe seeded.
Seed.
Seed. It is deep-seated.
Really? That's all right.
Like you got your butt all the way in the back of that thing?
I guess, man.
Oh, no, someone with a great ass. Oh, she deep-seated.
She deep-seated.
That's how she made that mark on the toilet.
Oh, man. Are we back?
Scoot up a little bit, baby.
Oh,
hey. Come on.
That's how we made the blanket.
Need to see that.
Oh, God.
And hence they invented the toilet brush.
Is it Alzheimer's disease or old-timers disease? Alzheimer's, yeah. The old-timers one screws with me.
Well,
it's one of those where when people say it, I do get a little bit angry, like it's Alzheimer's.
But, as a child, you're not going to recognize the term Alzheimer's. You hear old-timers, and 99% of the time they talked about a family member, someone they knew with it, they were old.
Right.
So in my mind, it made sense. Old-timers.
Old-timers disease.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that's what we said.
That's why Grandma's wearing a bra on the outside of her shirt.
And I don't think anybody fights it for that reason alone. It's like,
right.
Yeah, okay.
Except old people.
Yeah, right.
Not funny!
That's offensive. Last-ditch effort or last-stitch effort?
Ooh, I've always heard last ditch, so I'll just assume stitch.
I'm going to say stitch, yeah.
Ted Smith.
I mean, I'm going to go with ditch.
Ted Smith, you got it again. Last-ditch effort.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never heard last-stitch.
Me neither.
That's because it's not real.
But it's always the hardest one to tie off.
It is, man.
Yes.
The last stitch?
Mm-hmm. That's why I guess stitch.
You never tried that?
Last stitch.
Sucks, man.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's why I stopped stitching stuff.
Right. Commonly misheard phrases. Number 3, happy as a clam or happy as a clown?
Clam.
I've always heard clam.
Clams
look awfully happy.
I'm going to say clams, because everybody knows deep down clowns are sad.
That is absolutely correct. It is happy as a clam.
I thought you were saying absolutely correct. Clowns are sad.
You ever seen clams swim in the water?
Yeah.
It's the craziest damn thing you've ever seen.
My kids pulled up a video recently because they could not wrap their head around it. I said, what else did you think it was going to do?
Right.
I mean, I know it looks stupid. It looks ridiculous. But I'm like, they don't have a lot of options.
I don't know how they move in the doggone sand. You know what? When you go clam digging, you gotta do it quick, otherwise they'll get away. It's like, how in the hell do they move?
Clam digging.
What do? Do they spit that little thing out of their shell and kind of propel themselves?
I guess, man. That's how you know that they're there, is that you get those little bubbles that are there in the sand, the water.
Yeah, depending on the clams, but yeah, like they'll siphon out some water and it shoots them down.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, alrighty.
But they're always happy.
And if you get close to them, they'll spit the water out at you.
That's right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like being on the moon.
Especially at low tide.
I will say, though, depending on where you're going clamming will determine the fun. Because just sometimes it's like cold and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've done it in the summer times where it's like out in Cape Cod, and it was awesome. It's like the tide's out, the water's only up to like your knees, and you're just out there digging
nice
and getting
cool
them.
Out there.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, are you going to exact revenge or extract revenge?
Exact.
Ted Smith, you got it wrong, my man. It is exact revenge. Because you want that to be precise. You don't want to get too much revenge. You don't want to get too little revenge. You want to get exact revenge.
Okay, all right. So you're not going over the top, but it won't be less than what you did to me.
I should have stood up when I said that because that came right out of my ass. Then this is the
I'm
number
not going to
one.
make you suffer. I'm just going to kill you.
This is the number 1 commonly misheard phrase. It is one of your favorite side dishes at the barbecue. Is it coleslaw or cold slaw?
Cold.
I always heard, coleslaw.
Cole, yeah.
Yeah, it's coleslaw.
Like Cole Sprouse.
Yes, just like that.
It may be cold, but it is coleslaw. A woman found that she's been making a terrible parenting mistake for years.
What was that?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, Mike Cock. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. For the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-421-ROCK. All right, we made it to drinking time.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.